All right, guys, what's up? How you doing? We got semifinals here of the 2v2 tournament. Gen Life and Crumbs the Cat versus Tech and Riot ADC. Some interesting gods being played here. Ho Yi we've seen a little bit of, and certainly Hebo we've seen when he's not banned, I'd imagine. But Odin and Chunga definitely newcomers. We're joined here by Maseratis.
Hello, how's it going?
And let's get into it. So looking at the picks, we saw Chunga picked first. Leaving the Hebo wide open for Tech to pick up. I'm really not sure why Hebo was not banned out or not picked up first. I don't know how strong Chunga is in the 2v2. I'd imagine she's strong, but like a Hebo strong? That's the question. And then they have this pick into Odin as well. Odin was the counter pick up against this Chunga. She does pick up Phantom, but as me and Maz were just discussing before, Phantom's cooldown being 150 seconds, that Odin cage is up so much more often than it. And you gotta factor in the fact that this is also a 2v2 mode where the enemies can force the issue, or the Odin rather can force the issue a lot more than in a conquest setting. So yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky for this Chunga to stay out of harm's way.
So in previous games, we've seen Snowball in every single game. We've seen early game characters come out and out-pressure the later game guards. In this game mode, it seems like we've got a lot more late game guards than we have early game guards. Odin really the only kind of late game guard, but Ho Yi, Chunga, Evo, all very late game guards. So it really is up to the Odin to put the early pressure on, and if he can do that, then we may see Red Team Snowball, but else, I think Blue Team may have this.
Yeah, definitely. We got Gen Life here on the Ho Yi. Gen Life, a very proficient player in Duel. I usually see him play Robin. He's like known for his Robin. Very aggressive player. As you can see him standing up there looking for the big Ho Yi shots. Not finding anything this time around. Crumbs the Cat I'm not familiar with. Riot ADC. Oh no. Okay, well timed, but is he going to make it? No. That is rough, man. Can't really afford to give Odin that early first blood. Their mission here should have just been to stop the Odin from getting online like that. Now he's going to be hitting for, quite a bit. So that ultimate available very soon, and yeah, it could spell disaster for this team.
And this is what you don't want when you're fighting an Odin. An Odin Bird Bomb does a heck of a lot of damage, and you do not want to see that damage be even increased by doing an early kill. Also escalating to Hebo's late game as well, so
yeah, exactly. It's just gonna lend to getting Hebo online that much quicker, and that's such a terrifying prospect. Both of these players have a lot of work cut out for them on the blue team.
Blue team do pick up the blue buff on the other side of the map, but good decision making from them to recognize that the opponents are backed and that they could pick that up quickly.
Yeah, really, very quick rotation over there. Recognized immediately that it was theirs for the taking. They did lose out on the red buff, right? Pretty positive. Yep.
Yeah,
and it went to Hebo, so that's going to be a ton of poke damage coming their way. Very tough to deal with, but they do secure both blues, so that's more experience coming their way than the enemy teams in terms of the jungles, in terms of the jungle camps. So that's good. Stop the bleeding a little bit and try to get them back in this game.
Honestly, Gen Life be a bit more precise with his bounce shots, though. He's like, I think he's trying to use them to poke more than clear, and at the moment, you really need to clear those early ways.
Yeah, it's not working out too well for him. If he can hit a fantastic ricochet onto Hebo, he can do a lot and maybe set up for Chunga ults and follow up. But it's just not there right now. The enemies are positioning too well around it, so he can't afford to do that. Wow, big damage here, as you can see. The bird bomb coming out. She's going to have to Phantom. I think she might die anyway, though. Ooh, I love the turnaround. He actually misses the ultimate, but does take out Crumbs at the same time. That was the best case scenario, though, for the blue team.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, there was a lot of flubs on the case of on the side of the red team there. That big missed ultimate from Tech cost them a lot, and it ended up in a trade.
But again, another kill on the Hebo, not that worst thing for the Hebo. He is getting the kill. He's not getting behind because of that. It is good for blue, but it's also good for red. I feel like it's a fairly equal trade. Mind you, Actors were expanding on both sides, so yeah, I think it's fairly even.
Yeah, it does get Hou Yi started a bit, though. And Hou Yi, as you can see, level 8 versus the level 7s on the enemy team. Chunga trailing behind a little bit, but getting this Hou Yi ahead is very important for their team, of course. He's such a large team fight presence, commands so much, just commands so much space on the map. And if he can really get things going, like in this kind of engagement against the Hebo, oh wow, this is crazy aggression coming out. Oh, big damage. Does he have an ult? He doesn't. Crumbs the Cat was looking for the one through the wall, but expert knock up from Tech to stop him from using it.
Okay, I am having some technical issues, so...
You okay?
I'm gonna have to let you solo this cast.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that, guys, but yeah, just some technical issues. Alright, see you guys later.
Put some hearts for Maz, you guys. I was wondering, man, 'cause I mean, like, I know I'm going a little bit faster than Maz can process, but I was thinking he was having a little bit more trouble than usual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a really sick interaction where Tech actually knocked up Crumbs the Cat through the wall before he could Crescent Moon him. The Crescent Moon absolutely would have killed. Sucks to lose Maz, but I'm going to do my best to solo cast it for you guys. Very comfortable with it, as I've done it for a very long time before. And thank you guys so much, of course, for just watching these events. I think they have been growing so much, and I've been having such a fun time with them. I hope you have too. So looking at the itemization, we've got the Silver Branch Bow coming out here for a Gen Life, given he wants to be able to box into that Hebo more and reduce that that magical power by quite a little bit if he can get those stacks going. Oh, good damage. He's really going for it against Tech here. Oh, but doesn't find it. Once again, Tech is going to get out just by the skin of his teeth. Oh my god, he will not. I can't believe he had to see that coming. In that position, it is always stubbornness. It's just like, there's no way he can possibly hit me from here, because everyone underestimates just how far that reach is from Hou Yi. You just stand there and you're like, what? You're really going to hit me with this? And a strong Hou Yi will answer back with a hell yes. Just take you out that quickly. Said Gen Life, a really, really strong player. You can tell his mechanics are on point. I've never seen him play an ABC, actually, and yet he's coming out looking fresh right now. This team is operating at a very high frequency, and I mean, a level 11 Hou Yi at this point. Like I said, if they can get the Hou Yi ahead and have the Chunga just kind of batter the enemy as they come in, healing up the Hou Yi as well just a little bit. Oh, that damage from Hebo, though, is very, very hefty regardless. Oh, I don't think she has the... Nope, definitely doesn't. And Gen Life made a big mistake by trying to save him. That is a huge turnaround for the red team. Unfortunately, in that kind of case, Gen Life had to realize, okay, she doesn't have her relic. I'm not sure if she communicated with him, but if she's in a cage against a Hebo with ultimate and an Odin who still has Bird Bomb, there's absolutely no way she's getting out of that. So Gen Life needed to turn tail and just get out. Instead, turned around a little bit haphazardly, got caught out by the nice knockup by Tech. And suddenly this Hebo is looking just as big as Gen Life, and that is troublesome. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of trouble from Crumbs, and I think it's because Crumbs has picked into an insanely hard matchup here. You know, he's got Odin, Hebo. Hebo is going to be out damaging him, outranging him, just so much. Oh, what are they going to do? They're going to try to sneak this with them standing right there. I don't know about this. This seems like a big folly here. They've taken a little bit of damage. Oh, a well-placed ultimate, though. But a crazy strong Bird Bomb. I think Crumbs is going down here. I don't know what the thought process was behind that siege it just seemed like it put them in too tough a spot. Against Odin's Bird Bomb, they're not going to thrive in those tight corridors, you know? So they put them in a spot where it was way too easy to get Bird Bomb there. One thing that's happened in Gen Life is he's overestimating or underestimating the potential of Odin to just completely blow him up after he expends his jump. Once the jump comes out from Hou Yi, just all hell breaks loose because Riot ADC is targeting him immediately. Very good target prioritization. Noticing, hey, this guy is an absolutely free target now, and he's the damage dealer. He's up 3 levels on his teammate. Now you see Tech go into a Warlock Sash. Very late game pickup here. You don't often see the Warlock Sash in... Well, you know what? All right, now I'm getting crazy. It feels like the game has gone on longer than it has, all right? Sometimes if you make a mistake like that as a caster, you just roll with it. But other times, I'm like, nah, this is a 3rd item Warlock Sash. It is absolutely standard. It's just, I think also what it is, so many of these 2v2s have been so quick. Just incredibly quick games. Maz and I were talking about how just you can exert so much pressure in this game mode and end it so early. And it makes for these earlier game gods to seem to shine more and more. But this one might not go quite that way. We'll see. I mean, it's 10 minutes and both teams are kind of circling each other's phoenixes, looking for the aggression to take it down. So it might follow that trend, but they've got late game gods other than the Odin. So. And Warlock Sash is going to make it very hard to just single out that Hebo and take him down.
Thanks for being here.
Odin, of course, just going with that straight up tanky build. He's going to do a crazy amount of burst damage either way. And you can tell it just by the way that he lands on Gen Life and takes over half of his health. Immediately bursting down that red buff. Always giving it, of course, to the Hebo. He's going to have to use another Phantom here. And that's just so unfortunate because, like we said, the Phantom 150-second cooldown. Whereas Odin, this man's ultimate is on a 75. That did not look like 75. Wait, what the hell? Is that like without his cooldown reduction? It doesn't show? Doesn't show once he has cooldown reduction online? It must be, right? Because he just used the cage. And maybe I'm crazy. Either way. A lot less. At least half the time. So he can get 2 out. Shell picked up as well here. I love Shell. It also gives block stacks too now. So 2 block stacks per player, I believe. Both player will be able to get the... Let me see. Shields themselves and it's 35 per god level. Why doesn't it say anything about the block stacks? Am I crazy, you guys? This is the tier 2 of it now. Very confused. I was almost positive that they added block stacks to Shell. Am I thinking of a different relic? Yeah, Odin Cage is about 46 right now. Okay, cool. It just doesn't show it. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they don't show you the cooldown on there. I guess they're just trying to... It's like... I'm looking at the player, you know? Like, they should show me with the player. Whatever. Whatever. Gripes with spectator, man. Yeah, I know that it gives you the shield, but I thought that it also gave block stacks. We've been talking about that. Oh, that's not upgraded? Oh, shit. Well, it looks like there's 3 dots there. I guess it's the color blending in. All right, anyway. Getting way off track. But I was right in the end, you guys. This is the most important part. Look at that ultimate just tearing through the... Gen Life lived with about 50 HP there. That Phoenix is toast. It looks like just as Mazarides left, so did every hope of blue team taking this one. Look at that. They almost really just comboed that. That would have been sick. But instead, they're just going to do about half the life of the Titan right here. And with only... Oh, is he really jumping into this? He's got a sprint, though, so he might make it. All right, he does make it out. If only had an ultimate, but no ultimate in sight. It's looking like this is going to go down. Oh, absolutely. Bird Bomb connects. Riot ADC ends it. Tech and Riot looked very strong throughout this game. There are a little bit of flubs that cost them, and Gen Life capitalized rather so strongly. But but it seemed like Crumbs was just trailing all throughout. And like I said, I do think it's because he's up against two very, very strong counters for Chunga. The Hebo just being able to outburst and outrange her so easily, keep her at bay, and when she tries to get in, just, blow her to Kingdom Come. And then Odin being able to consistently lock her in, force out the Phantom, and without that Phantom, or even with it though, it's so much damage coming out on her way out of the cage. So, yeah, and not to mention, of course, the 100% anti-heal in the cage. Yeah, just a rough spot for them to be in with that Chang'e pick, just riding on that as their first pick. GG.